Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Fallout 2. Yeah, I kind of forgot. It's Sunday, so I normally stream night. But I forgot that it's the football, where I play football. It's the finals night, it's the cup finals night, and presentation and stuff. So I won't be back until probably after 8 o'clock. So there's going to be no time to stream this evening. So I'll bring you some Fallout instead. Baldur's Gate will return tomorrow evening instead. So as we left off in the last session, Morgan's horizons looked a little bit more perky, shall we say. He has increased his repertoire of goodies. We've got a new weapon, a sniper rifle with associated ammunition. We have got more coin. We have got some very strange Vault-Tec computer voice module. Still don't know what that does. And we've got some other stuff. We've given...
What you mean?
I've done a little bit of inventory management off camera because I need to get my head around some of this because we've got quite a lot of stuff. So Sullick has got all of the stuff that we are going to keep for one reason or another, either because we want it or because we don't know what it does. Lighters, cosmetic case, wrench, condoms. I may need them. You never know, do you? Along with buff out, could be useful. These are a memento more than anything. Our fuel for our car and cat's paw, although... Oh yeah, we've got the one cat's paw, we've got some passes, we've got the hydroactive pass. So all these are stuff and things that we want to keep. So Sullick is our pack mule for the keepsakes. He's been given a 10mm pistol and some ammunition, just in case, but he still wants to use his combat knife. Fair play to the man. And when it comes to Cassidy, he has been given things that we want to sell. So shotguns that are spare, radios that are spare, brass knucks that are spare, loads of knives, loads of booze, crappy set of boxing gloves that don't have steel plates in them. You know, and a first aid kit, we've got one that we want to keep. We can sell one. We've given him some ammunition for something. For this. Was it this? Or is it that? I can't remember. .233. Yeah, it's this. So we gave him ammunition for this pistol, just in case he might have wanted to use this pistol as the best weapon. We also gave him some ammunition for the Desert Eagle, just in case he wants to use that as his best weapon. When we clicked on him to use best weapon, he still used the shotgun. So I'm kind of thinking one of two things here, and I could test this theory right now. Saying out loud, I will test this theory right now, I think, is if the weapons aren't loaded, he might not register them as actual usable items. So, yeah, they've both got no shots. So I'm going to just quickly switch my tact here, take these back, get them loaded up, and then see which weapon he selects as the best weapon. So he's got the 10mm, predominantly for this 10mm SMG, which has got shots in it. This is to sell. The shotgun, one of them is to keep, one of them is to sell. So let's just trade these for a second. I could have done this off camera, but you know what? As I said in a previous session, sometimes you just got to see the trials and tribulations that you got to go through to get things done around here. So let's have a look. So let's load that up. Not out of 8 shots. I thought you could just do that to load it up, or maybe not. Let's get ourselves sorted here, people. Let's get ourselves sorted here. Right, let's do that, and let's do that. Right, okay. So what we'll do. Put a gun on just in case things go a bit awry in the stables here. Let's go back to Cassidy. Let's give him these weapons back. Let's talk to him. And let's combat control and say use best weapon. Yeah, still he wants to use a shotgun. fine. Can't argue with the man. If he wants to use a shotgun, let him use a flipping shotgun. But those other pistols, we won't probably sell these two. We'll sell the spare shotguns. But we'll probably keep all that, and we'll probably sell that, and we'll sell the flamethrower. But we'll keep everything else. Probably sell that as well. I might do a little bit of sneaky peeky googling to see which weapon's best out of that lot. But yeah, for the time being, he's quite happy with the shotgun. So there you go. Right, okay, so that's the inventory management, which could have been far worse if I did everything on camera that I did off camera, because it took me a good 10 minutes. So that's it for now. So without further ado then, we're going to start today's session here in the stables, which is where Myron is supposed to be, the creator of Jet, apparently. So we'll go see what's going on in that space, see if there's anything that we can do there, and then after we've finished here, we've got a decision to make. Well, actually, we don't. Forget what I'm saying. The decision is we're going to the Sierra Nevada Army base as our next port of call. After we finish there, if we get out alive, then we've got a decision to make. Do we go back to Reading, take on some of those Wanamingos now that we've got some better weaponry? Speak to the sheriff and say, are we ready for your quest now, pal? We could also go to Broken Hills, see what that's all about. Or we could go back to Gecko and sort the power plant out. So we've got three potential things that we can get involved with here. Okay. Just walk straight in. Security is tight, it's good to see. The Mordino's family would be probably, well, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't. I was going to say though, if it was me in charge of this, and I was coming down, and I heard that somebody just walked in without a second thought, without any security checks, I'd be firing some people or tying concrete shoes to their feet and taking care of the rest in true mafioso style, you know. Right. Anyway. Thought I was a lab tech. We've got sickly slaves here, staring at us blankly, unable to speak. Get out of here! What if I say no? You don't appear to be doing anything to stop us here. These poor slaves appear to be a bit zombified. Probably they are test subjects for maybe trying out different strains of jet. I would like to guess is probably the reason why they're here. What have we got going on here? A couple of scientists and a lead researcher, Marjorie Reed. Hey up, Marge. The bald woman doesn't even look up from her clipboard. Yes? Who are you? Look, I'm very busy, so if you don't mind... She glances up from her clipboard and scowls. Who are you? How did you get in here? I'm looking for Myron. Is he around? We could crack a joke, but I don't see Morgan as much of a joker. Does he have a sense of humour? I don't know. Certainly not as much as Volpus does. I'm looking for Myron. Is he around? Try downstairs in the lab, the guarded door. If you see him, tell him to come up here when he has the chance, if he's not too busy. Thank you for being so very helpful. We'd probably say with an edge of sarcasm. Right, let's go downstairs. I like how you can just go and speak with this Myron fella without any kind of issue. I mean, if he is the creator of the jet, as he says he is, or other people say he is, and he's that important to the Mordinos, you'd think he'd be under lock and key and that nobody would be able to speak to him. What if he were to slip in here and slit his throat, for example? Not that we've got any plans to, but this does look like Myron. Only because I saw his, what did I see? I saw his portrait when I was looking at something last week. A couple of rooms here with people in, with footlockers, no less. These are Mordino's men. These are monitors attached to vats. So yeah, this is Myron. This is not just Myron, this is Myron, baby, Myron! Some shelves here. Right, let's go. Let's go have a gander. A guard. A guard. We've got computers. Probably nothing here. Let's take our time here. Nah, nothing doing there. Doopy-doopy-doo. Can't wait until the shift is over. Oh. Well, the door's not locked. And Cassidy's just helping himself to Myron's bed, as you do. Okay, we don't need to speak to the guards to get in, apparently. Which is perfectly fine. Security extremely tight here, Myron. People obviously aren't worried about your health and safety, it seems.
Who are you? And how the hell did you get in here? Where are those jackass guards?
Yeah. You Myron? Yeah, we've just slipped past you guys. We're going to kill you. Sorry about this, pal, but hey, we've got to clean up the streets. If only. Lucky for you, we've got no interest in doing such a thing.
Maybe. Who the hell are you?
Oh, he sounds very nervous. I'm just a traveller passing through. No, I'm Morgan. You will know the name of the man that might put you 6 feet under. Depends how this conversation goes.
Well, that's so. Why are you here? Huh? Thought you could hit Myron up for some free drugs?
Free drugs? Like what?
You stupid. Jet, motherfucker, Jet. You're talking to its maker, its creator, its God.
Language, Myron. You made Jet. Bullshit, you didn't make Jet. You made Jet, no way. Come off it. You made Jet? Morgan's a bit skeptical.
I did so make Jet? Well, you think this lab is for show?
Ooh. Did we touch a nerve? Okay. Why did you make Jet?
Why? 'Cause I could. Family Mordino needed a product. Myron makes a product. Mordino makes Myron happy. At least as happy as they're able. Nice little circle of love, huh?
As happy as they're able. Are you happy here? Interesting. We'll go to the how he made Jet first. Trade secrets probably, but we'll ask anyway.
You wouldn't understand. It's way above you.
Ooh. Calling us stupid, are you? Oh, we can actually bite back. Yeah, I guess an idiot like me couldn't be expected to understand the process of manufacturing a hallucinogenic amphetamine hybrid like Jet. Yeah, I guess you're right, says the highly intelligent Morgan. Where the hell's he pulled this from?
Yeah. Why? You gonna try and prove me wrong, pal?
Sure am. Try me. This is an interesting conversation. Yes. Don't tell me I can't do things. Don't tell me I'm stupid. Don't tell me I don't understand things. Try me.
I've forgotten more about pharmaceutical research than you'll ever know.
Okay, let's ask it again then. How did you make it?
In my lab. Next question.
How did you develop it, smartass?
Christ. Well, when I came across the Mordino family way back when, they were farming peyote cacti and trying to sell it to tourists as the Reno experience. Total bullshit.
Go on.
I mean, peyote? Come on. It isn't even half the strength of, say, old school LSD.
Right, okay. And the Jet part of this?
Plus, a peyote trip is too long. The profits in fast turnaround and high addiction, like barbiturates before the big one, you know?
Yeah. I hope this is leading somewhere.
Problem is, in the new climate, we can't grow most of the veggies needed for the best drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yes, you want a faster hit, yeah. You got to find alternative means to get it. Yeah, carry on.
Couldn't grow coca plants, opium poppies. Oh man, did we try. So we figured our best bet was shrooms.
Why?
You can grow them if you use plenty of Brahmin shit as fertilizer.
Okay.
Plus, hallucinogens have low overhead, so I started experimenting with derivatives of lysergic acid diethylamide and psilocybin.
Yeah, still.
Still, I really wanted to whip up a hard hitter that didn't rely on veggie extracts. Man, was I an idiot, because the answer turned out to be the extracts, or more precisely, what they were growing in.
What?
You see, old Jesus Mordino wanted something that the Reading miners would get addicted to fast and make them work harder. So I said, no prob, right?
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Well, it wasn't too hard to come up with a good upper. A sample of that pre-war protein extract corrupted and bam, decent amphetamine.
Protein extract?
Before the big ones, some meat companies were experimenting with a cheap protein extract for growing food, but they had to ditch it. One little skin bacteria contaminates it and it's all screwed.
How?
The contaminated version acted like an amphetamine when ingested. A little sad effect. Don't ask, it's, technical.
Well, clearly I'm too stupid for technicalities. How? So, sir, did you somehow get a hold of this protein extract then?
I didn't have to. When they first screwed up, they contaminated tons of that shit. And rather than ditch it, they fed it to their Brahmin herds to try and recoup their losses.
Okay.
See, we started experimenting with the Brahmin shit as fertilizer for the shrooms. Except get this, then we noticed the slaves working the fertilizer vats were getting high from the fumes.
Oh.
By putting tons of Brahmin shit in the vats, we found out that the fumes give more than enough of a kick. Eureka! Literally. Of course, we had to test to get the mix right.
How much testing exactly? And was it ethical?
About 100 slaves? Mostly heart attacks, cerebral hemorrhages, psychotic episodes, that sort of thing.
I see. I mean, we're not that fussed, but I just want to continue the conversation, so we'll have to probably go down this line. But 100 human beings for chem testing? Wow.
Well, not on purpose. I mean, slaves are expensive. Still, we made the money back in the first few months, so the Mordino family wasn't too pissed at me.
We made the money back on them. Holy cow. Right, okay, I get. We're not going to go. This is actually really going down the line of, we're completely against this, which we're not. So we'll have to end the conversation here, I suppose.
What do you want to know?
Okay, so fair enough. So Jet is a byproduct of. Am I getting this right? Because that conversation went over my head. I mean, I've clearly not got intelligence 9. It sounded like to me that Jet is kind of made up of Brahmin fertilizer fumes, to put it politely, or some kind of combination of. Yeah, so you know that piece of jet that we were planning on sampling, and we finally decided we weren't going to sample and sold it. Well, thank the heavens, right? Right, tell me about this place.
Stables? We test new kinds of jet here. What about it?
Nothing other
What do
than
you want to know?
particular. And what about the Mordina family?
They're my patrons. They're all right, I guess.
All right. Are they treating you well?
Pretty much. They give me whores, cash, drugs, my own lab, the creative freedom I need to make magic. But, well, no, it's a good gig.
You don't sound convinced. Are you sure they're treating you all right?
Well, see, the Mordinos don't show Myron the RESPECT, right? I tell them what they should be doing. They say, shut up, Myron, or go back to the lab, Myron. Bastards.
Yeah, look, treating you like a priceless commodity, aren't they? Oh, my heart bleeds for you. Boo, 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 boo. You should leave. Interesting. Or you can, travel with us. But why not? He seemed like a bit of an idiot, but he's young, we're young. I could see Morgan getting on with him. They've got very similar personalities, the way I see it. In some respects. I could see them getting on pretty well, to be fair. And who knows, this master jet creator hanging around with us, bring a stock of jet with you, we can sell it on the road, we'll never be out of coin. We'd have you like, he's just said, hasn't he, what he gets in return for his services to the Mordinos. They're the kind of things that Morgan would like to receive too. And if we could get those things ourselves on the road, we'd have a whale of a time. Myron. He doesn't look like he can fight, is the only issue. But I don't know what our companion limit is. I think the maximum is 5. That's if you get that perk. And I think it's based on your charisma. And our charisma's 4. So I don't think we're going to be able to take too many companions. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Yeah. You want to ditch this town? Travel with me, and then the Mordinos will wake up to how valuable you are, and quick. And who knows, when you've finished having fun with me, perhaps when you return here, you'd have a better bargaining position with them to ensure that they show you the proper respect you deserve. How about that?
They've forgotten I'm the reason they control Reno, and the reason why Redding will be sucking to their tit in a few months.
Exactly.
Most Mordinos got more hair in their butt than brain cells, you know what I'm saying?
I know precisely what you're saying. You're too valuable to be here. Yeah, I could help you. We know the situation about Redding, although technically speaking, let's hear it from his mouth first. You know, taking control of the town, probably the Mordinos want to take over, get Jet pushed over there, which is, there's already signs of that happening, if I recall.
Redding? Town full of gold diggers. Mordino wants to control it all, so he comes to me in his wheezing voice and says, Myron, make me something that'll give me Redding.
And you say?
And I say, okay, what time frame we looking at? He goes, of course, yesterday. Crime lords. Want everything done fast and sloppy. At least they don't have a marketing department.
I wouldn't mind him popping along, to be fair, you know.
What do you want to know?
Tell me about the Mordino family. I'm treating you. Ditch the town. I could help you.
The Mordinos can't get it through their skulls that I ain't interested in purifying Jet. It does what it's supposed to do. I want to make new drugs, not retool old ones, you know?
Okay, so we're going to ask if he wants to come along for the ride. Ditch the town, travel with me. Mordinos will... You don't realise what you've got until it's gone, I think one of the old school sayings is. And, when you're gone, they'll get a wake-up call.
Their boy wonder leaving town. That'd wake 'em up. Yeah.
Exactly.
I like that.
Come with me, then.
Nah, you look full up. Why don't you ditch the tribal? Looks like he takes being a bonehead too seriously.
Interesting. So are we at capacity with our companions, or does he just not come with us because he doesn't like Sulik? Either which way, we've got a decision to make, and it's not an easy decision, because we have Sulik with us because he can fight. However, he can't shoot. He stabs, whereas this guy, I can't see him stabbing, I can see him shooting. So that would give us 2 people that can shoot from range. Ooh. Do we ditch Sulik for this guy? He can't fight. The reason why we like Sulik and Cassidy is because they're kind of like our bodyguards. If we were going to take this guy, it would have to be for another reason. The other reason would be, I think Morgan would get on with him pretty well. There's something about this guy that makes me think that Morgan and him would get on like a house on fire. He probably can't carry as much as Sulik either, which is also another slight issue.
What do you want to know?
Can we barter with him? I wonder if he brings all this stuff with him. A needler pistol. What the hell is that? I've got super stim. Three regular stims. I wonder if he'd come... Oh, he's not... The stims are not too horrendous surprise. I wonder if he would come with all of this stuff if we recruited him. The issue that we've got is that Sulik's got a load of stuff, so we'd have to get all the stuff off him, get it in our inventory, mess around with it, because me and Cassidy have to take it all before we dismiss Sulik, including all the armour that he's wearing and stuff, so some of it will have to go on the floor. We could do all that here. We could just drop everything here. We can pick it all up again, of course. But it's the kind of thing that will probably be best done off camera because it would be right faff. So we'll leave Myron here for now, and we'll go to the army base before we leave this area properly, whether it's to go to Reading, whether it's to go to Broken Hills, or whether it's to go to Gecko. At that point, we make the decision: do we want to bring Myron with us? You know, if you've got any thoughts on it yourselves, please feel free to drop a comment if you've got any preference. But I do think that if it was a choice between Sulik and Myron, if it was to come down to who you're going to have the best time on the road with, kicking it back in your Chrysler car with, you know, who you're going to get on with, probably have quite a similar outlook on things with, it's probably going to be this guy. I can see him, but you know, kicking back, having fun while Cassidy's driving. Cassidy can be the bodyguard. Cassidy can be the one that schleps all the heavy goods about. Myron and Morgan. Look at that. It rolls off the tongue. Myron and Morgan. Travelling the waste, causing mayhem. Not only that, but if we take him with us and we were to return to the Mordino's casino, for example, I wonder if that'd cause a bit of a scene. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Myron out of the stables and waltzing through Mordino's casino to speak to him, maybe to negotiate, I don't know, a better term. Possibilities here. But no, we're not taking him now, but I'm strongly considering taking him in exchange for Sulik when we're finished in this area. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on the matter, and we'll make a decision before we leave this area. But yeah, this seems very much like a good idea to Morgan. Don't mind me, Myron, if I have a look at some of your equipment, do you? Okay. Obviously can't take anything while he's stood there. Ooh, cat's paw. Okay, cat's paw. We have 2 now, out of the 10 that we need. And Big Book of Science. We can read that later. I mean, how we just blasé stole the stim pack from the table there, like it wasn't going to trigger combat, is such as Morgan's confidence, I suppose. Listen, this guy is a whisker away from coming with us. Take that for his needler gun that he's got. You can fire that, see what that's all about. Yeah. I'm leaning very, very strongly towards saying goodbye to Sulik. Hello, Myron. Myron and Morgan. Telling you, it just rolls off the tongue. Myron and Morgan's adventures across the waste. It almost sounds like a comic book adventure, doesn't it? Are these dead bodies? Or dead animals, I can't tell. Oh yeah, dead villager. Oh boy. Oh dear. I'm not convinced I want to actually speak with anybody else here, just in case it triggers any sort of issue. That the fact that we're down here in the first place. We know that we can get Myron out of here. We know he will come with us as a companion. Therefore, that's as much as we need to know, I suppose. Couple of guards here. And we've got a load of... oh, more slaves. Lots of desks. Hopefully this will be as lax as the other building in its security measures. Don't mind me, we've just been speaking with Myron. We have important business. Hope you'll understand. Check a couple of these tables. We won't check every single table out, they're probably all empty. Right, perfect. So that's the stables, and yeah, that's an interesting turn up for the books. Myron,
What you be needing?
swapping out for Sulik. What exactly has he got that we would need to carry? Quite a bit of stuff, to be fair. Yeah. I hope Myron is going to be able to carry all this. This is going to be the only other issue. Myron can't carry as much. But at least he'll fire from range. Yeah. And as I said, it's not necessary. It does factor into the reckoning, because what Morgan has to weigh up is: do you want to travel with somebody that you think you're going to get on with much better than Sulik? Have fun with, sleep with ladies, the amount of fun that can be had there. I'll leave it to your imaginations there on that front. You know what I mean? But or somebody that's probably going to be a better bodyguard, can carry more of his stuff, more loot, means more profits to sell, etc., etc. It's quite a conundrum, isn't it? Quite a conundrum. So it's a good conundrum to have. Right, anyway, in the meantime, whilst we're pondering whether to bring Myron with us, which we'll find out for certain in the next session, we'll just quickly head to this army base here, see if we can just pop inside, report back to Mr. Wright. The hell is this? Sierra Army Depot. Turrets. Turrets. Lots of dead bodies. Near entrance. Indicates to me grave danger. Another turret there. Another turret here. This looks particularly frightening. 44 sneak. Was that going to be sufficient enough sneak to get past? Do we think? Do we need to sneak past? Are these things active? These are all questions that we don't know. There's a ladder to get down there, but it's a turret that's in the way. There's a door there which we can't open, so I'm thinking the ladder is probably the way to go, but how do you deal with the turrets? This looks particularly challenging. Find a way into the Sierra Army base. So we just have to get in. As soon as we're in, we don't have to explore, we just need to get in. Getting in itself seems like quite the challenge. Now. Sneak, probably our best friend. I think we can probably get to... Maybe we can get in... If we can get in here as a first port of call. Be very careful here. I'd prefer a sneak skill of above 50% at this point. I'd prefer a sneak skill above 75 if I'm being completely honest here. This does not look much fun if you get shot to shreds by a turret. There is something here. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. What's all these things? We've got 10mm SMG, 10mm pistol, a Desert Eagle. We've got some ammunition. We've got a grenade by the looks of it there, behind there. We've got an assault rifle, pistol. We need all of these things. Would be absolutely fantastic to sell. We've got a frag grenade. If nothing else, the loot and plunder around these poor victims. A sniper rifle ×2. Even if we just loot all of the flipping ammunition and weaponry from here, we'd be rich beyond our wildest dreams. Okay. I don't know if we can carry all of this stuff like, but we're going to give it a damn good go. And in fact, if we can loot all of this, I'd probably return to the weapons guy in New Reno and get us some upgraded armour. There's metal armour there and there's reinforced leather armour. It'll cost about 8,000 probably for the... about 6,000 maybe for the two. It's a lot of coin, but we can't schlep all of this weaponry around with us because it weighs a lot, so we might as well just trade it in and get that armour. There's a door here. Might be best if we can get up here, squeeze down here and get into there as our way in, potentially. Trying to keep a wider berth as possible from the turrets. Right, here we go, folks. Hopefully we don't get seen. I might be taking this overly cautiously, but there's turrets here and there's... Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. Run, 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 run. Okay, and that's the end of us.
You have perished.
We have perished in 2 shots of a turret. Wow. That's horrendous. Okay. I wonder if we could pick them off with the sniper rifle from range. So if we can take down that one, that would give us access to these guys. So it is daylight, so we should have a good view. Too far. %chance, so this could be stupid. This is me just experimenting here. We can hit it there. Can he hit us from here? He hit us from over here, so if we trigger combat now and try to shoot this thing, it is going to be heavy structural damage, severely wounded. $112 hit points. Jesus Christ. Oh, wow.
Rest in peace.
Rest in pieces, I think is the correct terminology there. Right, yeah, okay. We've got a bit of a conundrum here, folks, because this it looks pretty tough. Now, I'm thinking, yeah, this way is a no-go zone. This turret... So if we be really, 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 really careful, I don't know how we're going to get past this one. Unless we were like literally stick as close to as possible. Yeah, we're not going to be looting and plundering anything at the moment. As much as it's tempting to do so. Maybe the frag grenade. Oh, we've gone out of sneak. That's not a good idea. Got a frag grenade. 10mm ammunition. Yeah, that's probably too close to that, really, for our liking. Desert Eagle. Yeah. I like how so tantalizingly close to danger these things are placed. Right, if we head towards there first, maybe? "202 hit points. Wow.
The wasteland has...
There's got to be a way to get in there. Surely to heavens. I don't want to turn on my heels and run here. I do want to give this another try. Or 5. There's got to be a way to get in sneakily. Getting too close to that one now. There should be a turret in here hidden away. Oh, there's traps. A howitzer. The hell's one of them? Oh no. Nothing to fire. 4 flares. Okay, nothing on the desk. So we got mines. We got. Oh, is there some here? Disabled stone plates. So we've all suffered at the hands of traps. To get to there, we would have to go, I'm assuming, up this way. Be around about here-ish. Oh no! 1 hit point left. Are you having a laugh? Oh!
Rest in peace, chosen one.
There's traps on the door. There's traps on the door. I don't believe it. Well, I do believe it, actually. I do believe it. Oh, dearie me. Right, okay. What's 44 minutes in. We've not done anything this session other than speak to Myron, and that's pretty much it. This is looking like it's an absolute nightmare. But we can get to here. Hopefully we might be able to disable some traps, but our trap disabling skill is pretty poor. And this is us just getting in. When we get in, what's going to be the crack? Does Mr. Wright, is it Wright? I think it's right. Does he want us to actually get in there and actually do something tangible? I'm gonna have one more try at this. Literally just one last try. If we get shot to 1,000 pieces, blown up to smithereens, then we'll have to come back here another time, perhaps. Although, yeah, we're going to have to come back here when we've got either a higher sneak skill or we are better decked out with armour to deal with the situation here. I'm not going to take it massively slowly here, so we'll just do our little walk. I reckon when you're walking like this, your sneak skill it's like constant rolls, and if you fail a roll, you get seen. I don't want to save it here, unless I save it over a separate slot. Maybe. Save it over number 9. Right, so we know there's traps attached here. We know there's traps on the floor here. Although we can't see them. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. You see a raised plate. You failed to find any traps on the door. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know there's a trap there, so don't give me that nonsense. You skillfully disarmed the trap. There you go. Door appears to be locked. Are you kidding me? Okay, we've picked the lock. Oh, we're in. Is this a lift? This is not a lift. This is not a way in. This is a warehouse or some storage room. A rocket launcher and a howitzer shell. Right, that'll take care of a... That'll take care of a flipping turret, wouldn't it? You reckon? Failed to pick the lock. Oh, there's a trap on it. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, let me go back to the quick save for a second. Because I thought that maybe was an alternative way in, but it looks like it's just like an ammunition storage room. So that's not a way in. Looks like the only way in is here. And to get in there, we would 100% have to get past a turret. And we are not decked out anywhere well enough to deal with a turret. So we'll have to put our thinking caps on and come back here when we are in a better position to be able to deal with this situation. Right now, I don't think we are. I mean, how else could we take down a flipping turret? EMP grenades? Maybe? Just bigger, better weaponry? With better armour to deal with their barrage of shots? I mean... I don't know, maybe some kind of a card, you know, like a card that if you've got this card, they won't shoot you. You know, I don't know. So, yeah, we'll have to put our thinking caps on, but I'll end the session here. Been a bit of a strange one, because we haven't actually technically done a great deal, but we have got a couple of things to ponder, certainly. So, before the next session, we've got a decision to make. Myron for Sulik? Question mark? Maybe, possibly, looking likely. And then also thinking caps about maybe how to get into here, because we might have one last try while we're here before we leave. We might not. Depends if anything sort of jumps to mind as to what's a potential solution. But anyway, if not, we're going to leave here, and our next port of call is also to be determined. Reading, Broken Hills, or Gecko. So before the next session, a little bit of thinking to do on 3 different fronts. But by the time I sit down and ready to record, I'll have made my decision on all of them. Right, there you go, folks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever it is you're doing, and tomorrow we will return with Baldur's Gate 3 and Shadowheart, and onwards we go. But yeah, if you've got any thoughts at all about any of the decisions that I have to make before the next session, please feel free to chip in. I'll certainly take your comments into consideration. But yeah, have a good one, and until next time, I'll see you soon.